Hello, my internet fans. Welcome to this latest edition of Stat Boy Rants. That's me. I am the one and only Stat Boy. And as always, these rants are Stat Boy approved. And this, friends, is my WrestleMania prediction show that I got the hype last time. And we're hyping here on the Casa D18 channel, basically. You've been living under a rock and you haven't been paying attention. Everybody here, we're going to give us our thoughts, our individual thoughts, and then just before the big show, we'll come together, we're going to yell at each other, we're going to debate, hell, we may even start swinging chairs because we don't get along with our opinions. But, having said that, you know the rules of the game, time to play it. WrestleMania 29, New York, New Jersey. Sunday, April 7th, 2013, 4 o'clock on pay-per-view for about 55 bucks or something like that. 65 if you want to see HD in the HD shit. Anyway, here we go. We got 10 good matches too. This is a good card so far. 10 matches. I like that. I'm going to start in the order of importance to me, not necessarily whatever. And we got Chris Jericho versus Fandango. Okay, here, who the hell are you, Fandango? What? You're Johnny Curtis repackaged? Okay, didn't we try that already with Skip Sheffield as Ryback? I mean, really? Yeah. If you really want to show off your skills, go over to ABC. There's a great show. It's called Dancing with the Stars. Okay? I mean, this, as much as I want to see this curtain jerk, that'd be a slap in the face to Chris Jericho. The guy's a nine-time Intercontinental Champion, for gosh sakes. I mean, do I really have to? Unfortunately, I have to pick a winner in this, but I mean, this is just wrong. Okay? I mean, Jericho has been, of course, making fun of him ever since he made his debut. So the fans win in that aspect. But, oh my god. I want to pick Chris Jericho so bad. But like I say, if he loses, or if he curtain jerks, you might as well just slap him and kick him out and send him on tour so he can make better money. My official pick, Chris Jericho, wins at Mania. The 8-person tag team match. Tons of fun. That's a great name. Rhodes, Clay, and Tenzai, along with the Funkadactyls, Cameron and Naomi, against Team Rhodes Scholars, Damian Sandow and Cody Rhodes teaming up with the Bella Twins, Nikki and Brie. Okay. As much as Cameron and Naomi are great to look at when they dance and otherwise, and it is nice to see the Bella Twins back. Okay, that's cool. Why are you wasting my time putting them into the ring? Is it because one of the Funkadactyls is Alicia Fox's sister? Is that why? Are we putting the Bellas in to show off that they had some work done while they were gone? Because let's face it, Nikki and Brie were not that well endowed while they're in their first run. This should be the curtain jerk. Okay? Because let's face it, if you go to house shows, Brodus is curtain jerks. So this should be your opening contest. Okay? Get the kids out that paid that won the auction for the Sandy efforts, because that was one. Okay, put them in the ring at WrestleMania so they get their little thing. And it should just be a straight up tag match. In fact, it should be a tag match for #1 contendership. Oh wait, that already happened with Rhodes Scholars. So then, would you really want to see Tenzai and Brodus in tag team title? No. And like I say, one of the Funkadactyls can wrestle. The other one can dance better than the other, I think. The Bellas have been trained to wrestle. But in their later career, of course, they were fighting over Daniel Bryan. So I'm going to pick Team Rhodes Scholars and the Bella Twins. Because this Brodus Tenzai Cameron Naomi thing just doesn't work. Sorry. Ryback versus Mark Henry. Yeah, the battle of the strong men, the battle of the world's strongest man and the ex-Marine repackaged feed me. Yeah, I'm gonna feed myself with cookies here. Oh, feed me more. Yeah. And this whole no contact clause. I feel so bad for you, Santino. I'm sorry you had to be used as a human dart or whatever, or a punching bag or whatever. Let's use Santino as a weapon. Yeah, clever but stupid. I mean, what's going to happen? They're going to look at each other. They're going to stare each other down. They're going to go for shoulder blocks. Neither one's going to move. It's like a repackaged WrestleMania 3. Hogan and Andre. Each one's going to try and slam each other. Of course, they'll let each other do it. I'm going to pick Mark Henry in this match because I'm sick of Ryback. I've been sick of him ever since he debuted. In fact, I even saw a kid wearing a Ryback shirt at work. Wow. And I think they even had an auction for Ryback. Bowling with Ryback. Yeah. If I had $1,000 for an auction, I would not spend it on that. Ryback is supposed to be this tough guy, and he bowls? Really? Yeah. Whatever. Mark Henry wins this one. The six-man tag match was Sheamus, Orton, and The Big Show against The Shield, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. The whole storyline on this is, can they trust The Big Show? For WrestleMania purposes, yes. However, afterwards, regardless of whichever team wins, the Big Show's going to go back to being this big angry giant with a weapon of mass destruction thing. He'll probably be a tweener. As far as the Shield goes, they are starting to grow on me. And I can confirm this if they start getting cheers in the crowd. I mean, yeah, they come in, kick ass, and leave. And then other times they come in, they get their asses kicked, and leave. They're just not quite ready yet for WrestleMania. So for this, unless something happens on SmackDown, which I don't know yet, I'm going to go with Sheamus, Orton, and Show, but I reserve the right to switch. The tag team title match. Team Hell No, Kane and Daniel Bryan, who as of this taping have been the champs for 198 days. By the time we hit WrestleMania, they'll cross 200. Against Dolph and Biggie Langston. Okay. Don't get me wrong, I love Team Hell No. Okay? They've had a very good run. But this is not the team to lose it to. Because we've said many times on this channel that this person and this person, you throw them together, they're not that well established. Kofi and Truth, when they were the team, at first they started out like they have the belts, but then they grew and grew and grew, and then their tag team titles meant something. Dolph and Biggie will not prove anything if they get the tag team belts. Yeah, it'll be a WrestleMania win. Biggie is way too green to even be at WrestleMania. So, I gotta go with Team Hell No to retain. And then maybe by Extreme Rules or just before SummerSlam they'll finally lose the belts to a established team if Let the Shield go after the belts. But for now, I'm going with Team Hell No to retain. The Intercontinental title match, Wade Barrett, 94 days as of this taping. When we hit Mania, it will be 100 days even. But the problem is, this match is the pre-show match. Okay, that's another slap in the face towards The Miz. Yeah, he's been doing well with Miz TV. He's still a good wrestler and all that. But, I mean, the Intercontinental title is the belt that is supposed to be the stepping stone towards the WWE Championship. And you're cheapening the belt and you're cheapening the match. Because initially, before I found out that this was going to be on the pre-show, I almost felt this could be match of the night. Because The Miz has put in so much work towards being the best wrestler he can be. So, it's like I don't even want to spend the money to have that. It's like it's just not right, guys. It's just not right. Well, let's say for what if Miz does take the belt off Wade? And what if you're not on your computer at that time? Guess what? You're going to get a... This is what happened at the before we went on the pay-per-view tonight, folks. And all you're going to see is probably The Miz going for the skull-crushing finale. Wade breaks out of it, goes for the bull elbow, roll up, and pin. What happened before that? What? I did this on WWE 13 or WWE 13, and the match was far better. Much better. I want to see The Miz win this one and get the belt back. Absolutely. Alright. We got 4 matches left. We're going to go with the no-holds-barred match with Triple H's career on the line. Triple H with Shawn Michaels in his corner against Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman in his corner. Now, Shawn, we get that you're Mr. WrestleMania of the past. Yes, I'm a big HBK mark. We know this, but I mean, Shawn. If you're there to counteract Paul Heyman, fine. Kick Paul Heyman back to New York where he belongs. A small part of me would like to see Shawn attempt to kick Brock Lesnar and land it. It won't do any good effect. It'll stun Brock, and then Trips can go for the pedigree. But then, of course, all the focus would be on Shawn and not Trips. I did a simulation on WWE 13, and the match was not brutal enough. But what do you expect for a PG video game? No sledgehammer, no kendo stick. They just kept bashing each other into the barricade until the barricade broke. Yeah, that's worth money. And here's another thing. Triple H, you lost your career to The Undertaker last year at Mania. So then, did I miss something after you went to fight Brock the first time? Did I miss the reinstatement clause? Because if I did, I have to go back and look it up and all that. Did I miss that? So technically, your career should be over. Not because of The Undertaker's thing, but you broke your arm and all that, and you just want revenge and all that. So, based on all that, I'm going to pick Trips to win this one, which will set up something for a rubber match. The WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. Alberto Del Rio, 83 days as of taping, 89 when we get to WrestleMania, against Jack Swagger and We the People with Zeb Coulter in his corner. Ah, it's gonna. I can't even believe I'm saying this, but I have no problem with a new champion at WrestleMania. This whole We the People thing could work. But of course, if you remember, Jack got in trouble with that marijuana thing, so that's looming over his head. And if he does get the belt, then Vince McMahon is the biggest hypocrite when it comes to the wellness policy. So based on that teeny tiny little incident, I'm going to pick Alberto retains. Jack can still win the belt or win the match, but I'm going to say Alberto retains. So I'm going to pick Alberto to win this one because of what happened a couple months ago with that thing. The streak is alive. Undertaker versus Punk. I get that it's a storyline. I get that it's, it's personal. And the words that came out of Taker's mouth, he said that the streak could possibly end because his mind isn't all screwed up. Is all screwed up and all that stuff. But then Punk's actions, taking the urn, mocking the dead. Heyman mocking the dead. Oh my God, man. And then opening the urn and taking out the ashes, and heaven forbid those were Paul Bearer's ashes. You never know with the WWE. Anything can happen. This storyline has gone too far. The writers have gone too far. This just shows that The Undertaker has to win. Doesn't matter if there's a count out or a DQ or whatever. He needs to let out all his frustrations on CM Punk, kick the crap out of him, and then move on. The streak will stay alive at WrestleMania, 21-0. And since Taker just turned 48 years old, I think he's still got 2 more years in him. Let him retire at 50. I know he should have retired last year when the streak went 20-0, because 20 is a nice number. 21-0, 22-0, 23, but then you can invoke, he's 50 years old. That's it. He's good. The streak stays alive. And finally, Rock Cena 2. Rock with the belt, 64 days, 70 at WrestleMania against John Cena. Again, Cena has promised that he will beat The Rock. And I say this time it happens. But the only reason I'm doing that is so they can set up a rubber match at 30. Cena will win the match. I seriously doubt that they will let him win the title, though. They want to keep The Rock with the belt because he's got another movie coming out soon and all that, Will The Rock get himself intentionally disqualified? I don't think so. Will The Rock get counted out? Maybe. I mean, unless Cena hits the AA out on the floor and knocks himself out and then crawls into the ring, and we go with a count-out victory. But Rock keeps the belt. So, if they do, if Rock does end up winning this, there still will be a match at 30 between them. But it would be better to have each combatant have one win. And then at 30, Rock can finish it off once and for all. So there you go, folks. Those are my picks. Those are my reasons. Look for us on Saturday. Saturday we're going to be taping the big one. I don't know how we're going to pull it off, the magic of Casa D18 Studios, but it's going to be pretty darn interesting, I'll tell you that. And then Sunday, we'll be watching the show. I'll be doing my normal stuff. I'll be sitting here sending out results and stuff. Then after that, who knows, we may have 2 roundtables over the weekend. You never know what happens at Casa D18. Thank you to all who have been watching the stuff. A lot of stuff came up. I'm finally glad the cooking show came up too. Thank you after all those who watched that. Follow me on Twitter at LBStatKid1977. Like me on Facebook on Stat Boy Rants. And I will catch you guys with the rest of the Casa 18 family this weekend. As always, I say, Stat Boy, out!